Welcome back to another video, guys. Welcome if you are new. So this video got off to a bad start. I cut my fingers, I scraped them getting Christmas decorations out, both hands. So I thought I'll just stick a plaster on and some gloves, and I just wanted to quickly show you a couple of items I got from Temu. I don't know if I showed you these or not, but I left them out with these rings, which makes me think I didn't show you. I'm not sure. So anyway, yeah, got some cute little reindeer charmy things there. And look at these rings, guys. This was a pack of 7. Look at the price of these. Absolutely crazy. And then I got a pack of 20 as well. And if anybody's new to Temu, if you download the app at the minute, you get 30% off your first order. I'll leave product links and everything down in my description box, so well worth taking advantage of that. I actually couldn't fit all those rings on the hand in one go, so I had to just fit as many as I could on. Crazy prices for 20 rings. And this next item, I'm so impressed with this. So this is a heat coaster. I have already got a heat coaster, but I lost it and I found it after I ordered this, so I've ended up with a spare one, but it's a really good one. So my camera was making it flash a little bit, so I've turned my lighting down a bit. It's got a 55, a 65 and a 75. It is a little bit too hot, but if you just leave your gels on there for 2 to 3 minutes, it just brings your gels back to kind of makes them softer and easier to work. Especially in the UK, it's freezing at the minute and my gels are solid, so I'll stick them on there for just a couple of minutes and it just softens them up. Don't leave them on too long though, because your gels will go like water. So this is one of the polygels I'm going to be using today. This is off Temu as well. It's from a brand called Major Digit, and it's just like a baby pink. It's a really nice colour. I'm going to be using that today. So this was the 3rd plaster I put on my finger and it just would not stop bleeding. And I thought, just carry on, get on with it. But guys, I ended up leaving it for a couple of days to heal. It would not stop bleeding. That's all it was there, that little tiny nick. But yeah, wouldn't stop bleeding. So this is about 2 days later now. I've scuffed all my knuckles. They're all scabbed over. My hands are an absolute mess at the minute. I'm actually embarrassed to show them, but right, so let's get on with this. So I already did my nail prep. There's not a lot to do, but you need to push your cuticles back like that, and then use the other end of the cuticle pusher and scrape away any dead skin. Any dead skin will cause lifting, so make sure you get rid of the dead skin, and then quickly use a buffer and buff off all the shine on your natural nails. And then I'm using Born Pretty dehydrator and Born Pretty primer, and then I'm going to give my nails just a little thin coat of base coat. So whilst you're watching that, I'll just quickly tell you a little bit about what I'm going to do today. So obviously I'm using Polygel. I'm going to be doing a lazy girl method, but I'm going to show you an easy way to kind of get the cracked ice kind of icicle effect nail. Very quick, easy, beginner friendly way to get icicle nails. So for the tips, I'm using Model 1 soft gel tips. These are their long coffin. These are fantastic for lazy girl method because they've got a really nice high apex. There's plenty of room to put your product. They're pre-etched inside, so you don't need to do that. So for the icicle effect nail, I'm using Madame Glam's 3D sculpting gel. It's transparent, and this is what I'm using for my icicle effect. So I just want the icicle effect in the tip of these nails, so I'm just squishing it down in that tip. I don't want it all the way up the nail, just above halfway. And I'm going to use a little bit of, you can use cellophane wrap, cling film, a really thin bag, and I'm just going to press that into the gel and just use something sharp and just start poking it. And this is what's going to give you that kind of icicle cracked ice effect. And just keep poking it like that. Try not to have much of it hanging over the edges so you don't have much filing in a minute. And then what I do is I just use a little flash cure lamp and I just freeze it into place for about 10 seconds just so that I can then peel that bag off. Look at this, guys, how easy was that? And you do get that perfect cracked ice effect. So that's had a full 60 seconds cure in my big lamp now. I love that, so quick and easy. So I've done that on the pointer finger as well. I've done that off camera because yeah, it's exactly the same. So I'm going to use this polygel to attach these nails now. So for the pinky and the pointer, the nails that have got the icicle effect, I just wanted a little bit of a polygel fade at the cuticle. This polygel, I left it on that heat coaster for too long, and it was like builder gel. It was so runny, so I had to be really delicate with it. So I've just put a tiny blob in that cuticle area. I've kept it quite thin at the cuticle, and I've just kind of faded it off over the back of the icicle effect. So I'm going to take that tip off my tip stand now, and I'm going to place this really gently because it was so runny. Normally with polygel you can press it down a little bit, but because it was so runny I had to treat it like builder gel. I just placed it on there really gently and got it in the lamp quickly before it started oozing out everywhere. So that's had a full 60 seconds cure now. This is now the ring finger. This is going to be a full nail of the polygel. So again, same as what I just did, getting it really thin at that cuticle area, but this time I'm going to completely fill that tip, making sure that polygel is right up the sides of that tip so there's no transparent bits, and I'm just going to pat it and pull it all the way down and completely fill that tip. So again, same as I did with the pinky, I'm just going to place this really gently onto my nail. Just kind of slide it as close to my cuticle as I can get and stick it in the lamp very quickly before it oozes out everywhere. It was so runny. It was actually runnier than my builder gels. It was really difficult to work with, but we managed to get a really pretty set of nails out of it. Right guys, so I will just let you watch one more nail and I'll be back. So there we go, that is all those nails. I really like the colour of this polygel. It's a really pretty pink. I like it. So I'm just going to get the tacky layer from underneath these nails because they are a little bit sticky under there. And like I always do, I'm just going to go up my sides with my file just because there was the odd little bit that had leaked out. And I'm just going to run my file around my cuticle area as well, just to seal it in and get a bit more of a seamless look. So I've just filed the tips of the nails, just to get them into a perfect coffin because they do have little knobbly bits on the end of these tips. And then I am using a buffer and I'm buffing off all the shine on all of those nail tips, ready for some nail art. Right, so this is where we're at. They've all been cleaned, but I wasn't happy with, you could still see the cracked ice effect in amongst the pink polygel there. Can you see? I wasn't really happy with that. So I've pulled out this polygel, nope, it's a glitter. And it's just a really nice small hex. It's matte and it's got all little bits of silver leaf in there. It is very pretty. So I'm just using a base coat. I'm going to put the glitter into that wet base coat. So I'm just going to put a tiny little sprinkle where you can see the icicle effect through the pink. Just like that, just to cover it and disguise it. I've done that on the pointer as well. Perfect. I think that looks really pretty. And I'm just going to quickly seal them in with a base coat. Where the glitter is was still tiny little bit lumpy bumpy, so I'm just going over them with a buffer just to get them nails really nice and smooth again. Right, so I've pulled out a couple of Madame Glam colours. This is called Tulips, beautiful bright pink, and I've pulled out Pinkster as well. This is a really pale pink, and I'm going to start with the paler pink, and on the middle nail I'm going to start with a Frenchie. So I'm just painting a smile line, and I'm going to fill the free edge in this colour and stick that in the lamp for 30 seconds. So that's been cured now, but I decided I needed a lighter version of that bright pink. So I'm just adding little bits of white to that bright pink just until I've got the kind of shade that I wanted. I forgot I needed 3 pinks, a bright pink, a middle pink and a pale pink. I needed 3 different shades. So with this this is kind of the middle colour pink. I'm going to kind of do a plaid. So I'm going to start with a thickish line of this paler colour down the left side, and I'm going to do another thickish line down the right side, and then a line straight across the middle. So I'm kind of just creating thick crisscrossy square lines kind of thing with this paler colour. I'll just let you watch for a sec. Difficult to see with my lighting, but I'm just doing a perfect kind of checkerboard. Let's call it a checkerboard. Right, now that's been cured, I'm going to use the brighter pink. And guys, I'm sorry, my camera locked, so it went dark and out of focus. I do apologise. But I'm using the darker pink now, and I'm just going to do little squares. In hindsight, I should have done these squares first and then filled in the gaps with the paler pink, because I ended up doing an extra layer that I really didn't need. But it was fine, it worked out alright. But yeah, in hindsight, I would do these darker squares first and then fill in the gaps with the paler pink, instead of having to go over the top of the paler pink and creating a bit of bulk, if that makes sense. So I am just doing the little squares. It's hard to explain this kind of checkered. I think I'm just going to let you watch. Right, so onto these icicle nails now. I'm just going to do the kind of half a snowflakes. Easiest snowflakes you can do. Just use a dotting tool and create a kind of star. So you're doing 3 dots going up, 3 dots going down, and 3 dots out to the side, and then 1 dot in the middle. You're kind of creating a star out of dots, and then just use a really thin brush and pull through all them dots. Easiest way to do snowflakes. This is only half a snowflake. Obviously, if you was doing a full one, you'd do the dots on the other side as well. Very, very simple snowflakes, but they look really, really good. I think these might have stood out a little bit more if I did the snowflakes white, but I didn't pink. So finally, onto this ring finger now. We're going to do a bit of a crisscrossy kind of plaid sweater design. I don't know what you'd call it. But again, my camera was locked. I don't know what was going on today, guys. I do realise in a minute and bring it back into focus. So I'm just going to do some thick lines, some thin lines, using a mixture of all three of those colours on my palette. And then once they've all been cued in the lamp, I am going to do a little kind of pink sweater print design down one of these thick lines. Guys, I will just let you watch for a sec. Right, so finally for the gel polish, I'm just going to use Madame Glam's silver gel paint. This is beautiful stuff. The gold gel paint is beautiful as well. They are so sparkly. They're beautiful and perfect for just doing little outlines and stuff like this. So I'm just outlining that smile line, and off camera I did end up doing a silver line straight up the side of that little sweater print that I did on the ring finger. So lastly, I'm going to get these top coated now. I'm using Born Pretty's Super Top Coat. Fantastic top coat. I say it every time I use it. I absolutely love it. It doesn't scratch, it doesn't scuff, and you can get 22% off using my code Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. So not a lot of rhinestones today. I'm just going to do a little pink and transparent cuticle cuff on this middle nail. So there we go, guys. That is this set finished. This was supposed to be a super easy beginner friendly set, but my gel polish designs ended up being a little bit intricate, didn't it? But the whole point of this video was to show you a quick, easy way of doing the icicle effect nail, because I think it's really popular at the minute, and a lot of people are scared to try it because they think it's difficult, and it's actually really not. And for all your gel design, you can use stickers. You can use stickers for your snowflakes, stickers for your checkered print. There's thousands of cute stickers out there you could use. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thanks for watching. Everything I've used in today's video will be in my description box with any discount codes. Please remember to give the video a quick thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care. Bye.